What up, what up, what up? It's your girl T.U.O bringing you another reality check. I'm bringing you the Love and Marriage Huntsville, Real Housewives of Potomac, Married to Medicine. What else is it? The Braxtons. Uh, what else is it? Southern Charm. Anything else I remember? Let's start off with the Braxtons, okay? Because that was pretty much the start of my week. Now, Tamar has a retreat with her sisters. And the only people that accepted the invitation was Tony and Trina. Oh, and let me give you guys some advance notice. I do not feel good. I am sick. So excuse the the sound of incongestion. Okay. Um Anyways, so she has a retreat. She invites her sisters, Tony and Trina, excuse me, accept the invitation. Tawanda said no. Now, there are several things that I'm upset about. Matter of fact, let me start with the one thing I'm upset about. The episode 7 aired on the 21st of this month or November. And I think episode 8 just aired last week, right? And so when I went to go look at episode 7, it was saying you need to upgrade, you need to upgrade. And I was like, why would it say that? I already have the channel. I have WeTV with my package. And so I called and they was like, "Oh, because the show is um how you say in partnership with Black something. I forgot the channel name. Um, but excuse me, Black something. And so because they're in partnership with them, the show itself, not WeTV, that they wanted to charge me basically $7.99 or $6.99 to be able to watch it. And I said, why would I pay $7.99 if I already have it and I have on demand? It's not making sense to me. I need you to try to make it make sense for me. And they just kept repeating themselves. You got to pay the $7.99. You got to pay the $7.99. I said, I'm not paying that because I already pay over 100 and something dollars just for all this stuff. And you want me to pay extra just to watch some shows? And they was like, well, if you don't want to pay the $7.99, then you can watch it on the computer or on the online on the website, on WeTV website, or you can become a subscriber of Black, whatever it's called. Um, and I was like, I ain't doing that either. What's the whole point of me paying for it if I got to go on a computer and watch it? So it just didn't make no sense to me. I was pissed off for a week, like that they about to make me go ahead and hang up Spectrum while they over here playing with my money. I don't play that crap. I'm already giving you. I already giving you what I got. I ain't got no more to give. So so then they finally put out the episodes, both 7 and 8, and so I watched it. I was mad about Tawanda's wedding. Okay, her dress looked amazing. She looked amazing. The only thing is, I was mad at Sean for wearing that hairpiece. And I'm like, Sean, we all know that you bald. I don't appreciate you putting on that wig and then Tawanda coming out bald. I was like, please put on a hairpiece or something. No. And I said, is we reversing roles or something? What is this? But that ain't my wedding. That ain't none of my business. So I'm gonna let them do them, right? Um, I agreed with Tony when she was like, I don't think it's a good idea for me to tell Tawanda. Hold on a second. I don't think it's a good idea for me to tell Tawanda about um about Trina, because Trina's husband, anyways, Trina's husband had some high metabolism. Uh, I forgot what it was called, but he was having some heart issues, and his potassium was high. And so he needed to go to the hospital in the morning. He decided not to and attend the wedding. And his doctor attended the wedding too and was basically cussing him out. And she a little person too. She was cussing him out like, it doesn't matter. I told you to go to she was getting in his butt. And he was just cowering there like, yeah, you right, you right. Or whatever. So Tony didn't tell Tawanda, and the whole time Tawanda's like, "Where's Trini Weenie? Where's Trina Weenie? Where's Trini Weenie?" Mama, where's Trina? Mama, where's Trina? I'm like, child, if you don't focus on this wedding. But I agree with Tony about not telling Tawanda because you're supposed to be enjoying your day, being happy. Instead, it was like a catch-22. She was both. She was both worried about Trina and also enjoying herself. But had Tony told her about the the heart incident, then maybe she would have went to the hospital or ignored, um, you know, and not been focused on her happiness or whatever. So that's why, excuse me, that's why I agree with Tony in not telling Tawanda. Moving forward, so Tamar has a sister retreat, and I already said it 3 times. I'll say it one more time though. The only people that accepted the invitation was Tony and Trina. Tawanda chose not to go. Tamar chose not to go to the wedding because, quote unquote, I was not invited. Um, Child, I wouldn't care if I wasn't invited. I'll be standing outside. I would have sent the gift or something. I would have sent flowers or something. But I feel like the whole situation crossed the line when they was talking about who slept with who, and who's a liar, and then putting out money information. It makes people look bad. And so I do, as much as I can't stand when Trina be like, this is not the platform, this is not the platform. I do agree that conversation was definitely not for us to be listening to. Um, but I feel like they both were in their feelings. But anyway, so during the retreat, Tony came with her pixie cut 7 whole days and not a word from you. Okay, she came with that pixie cut. Um, and I believe Trina came with her guard up, rightfully so, right? Because she wanted to hold Tamar accountable for her actions. Like, you know what you did. It's not acceptable. Take accountability for your actions. And Tamar was not trying to take accountability of it. She was scurrying around everything. She tried to act like they was cool before even having a conversation. They had the conversation on the last day, and Trina was like, I'm not about to let you sit up here and act like nothing happened. Excuse me. I'm not gonna sit up here and allow you to act like nothing happened, like you didn't put your hands on me. Now, I was on Trina's side up until the point she said I didn't even touch you. I was like, hold on. There is a difference between I didn't touch you and I didn't hit you. So we got to be clear. You definitely touched her, but it didn't warrant her pulling your hair or trying to hurt you in response. That's just from my viewpoint. You have to acknowledge, yes, I did maneuver you out the way because, in which Trina basically said that, but it was just a denial of, I didn't touch you. I didn't touch you in a violent manner, is what she needed to say. I touched you this way or whatever. And so, um, oh yeah. So, um, sorry, trying to do two things at the same time. Oh, okay, thanks. Um, so I'm like, the fact that Tamar pulled out a whole computer just to show everybody what we already saw, and even though they hadn't seen it, we all knew that Trina didn't do anything for her to do all what she was doing, touching her, kicking her, whatever she was doing, and just needed to apologize and move on and make sure she doesn't do that again. But I feel like Tamar has the wrong individuals around her, in her ear, and she's putting out the wrong energy. For me, if she's taking antidepressants, she shouldn't be drinking. That's for one. Two, she's not fully healed. Three, she tries to put on this persona that she's truly not. Oh, you know what? Speaking of the persona that she's truly not, when Tawanda indirectly cussed out that dude that was parked at her spot, and she did her head a certain way, you could see it in the car. I said, "Oh, that's where Tamar get it from. That's where Tamar get it from. She get that attitude from y'all, but y'all just hide it better." And Tamar, she not hiding nothing. That's just who she is. But yeah, I saw in between that. Even Tony, I said, "Oh, Tony, she get bugged too." Okay. This It's not just Tamar, but Tamar is the problem. Okay. Y'all can't convince me no other way that Tamar is not the problem. Okay. They had the conversation about who did what and who did not. Okay. And they said, Tamar said, "Who did you give our brother, the attorney's information?" Trina said yes. She asked Tony, "Did you give him my address?" Tony said, "I didn't know you was getting served." She never answered the question though, dog. Did y'all notice that? She never answered the question. Who? Who gave the address? So I took it as Tony gave the address, but saying, "I didn't know that they was gonna serve you." All in all, though, all in all, it was hard to get through the episode for one. And the nerve of them to try to charge me $6.99, $7.99, whatever it was, to watch those two episodes. And I'm not saying it's not entertaining. It is, but it ain't worth an extra amount of money. Like, that's crazy. Don't ever try to play me like that. Um, that's it for the Braxtons. I don't really remember anything else. I do think Vaughn needs to get his health in order. I hope and pray that Trina gets her health in order, because I just think Trina is the most beautiful woman. She has always been beautiful, but she is just, I don't know, out of shape, really out of shape. And I just hope she, get back to her health. And I'm not the one to talk, but I'm just calling it like I see it. Tony, I love the Pixie Cut. Every time I see it, I'm gonna sing that song. Um, we definitely need to know about you and Birdman. Like, I don't think it's right that you get on this show and don't be talking about what's up. We need information. This is the time. This is the platform to clear up the rumors and whatever else is going on. Shit, something. Give us something. But anyways, let's move on. So, Love and Marriage Huntsville, we have Latrice. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember everybody's name like that. But they went on a little hiatus. I was disappointed, but I'm glad they back. Latricia is in therapy, which is amazing. It's always women. I think the only man I saw go to therapy on the show was Martell. Everybody else was reluctant. And then Maurice, basically played with the therapy. He didn't really take the information to me, right? But Martell did. He utilized it for our storyline. But I feel like he still used it though. Anyways, so Trish, Trish, Trish went to therapy. She did her session, addressed her issues, and then she went to go have a conversation with um with I didn't Megatron. I keep forgetting his name. What is his name? I can't think of that man's name. But her boyfriend, Megatron, Ken, and they discussed how she felt like the kids were um what is the word I'm looking for? They were attaching themselves to him, right? Um, and that she felt like she was being left out. Things or clinging, that's the word I'm looking for, clinging on to him, and that she was not being utilized as mom. And he was like, that's crazy talk. I just was there to support them, some things that they felt comfortable talking to me about, you know, and we're a team basically. Um, I felt like it was healthy in that I appreciate the fact that Ken did not criticize her. He just listened and respond. He validated her. And hopefully, I don't know if that was comforting enough for her, which she did say that, because he said, "You supposed to be able to talk to me." And she's still not there. That's crazy. They've been together this long and she's still not there, which is okay. People go at their own speed. I just feel like, how long do you think he's gonna wait? And what is it that she really needs from Ken for them to be good and to move forward in the relationship? That's what I want to know. Like, what is it that you need from Ken? Um, but that was a great conversation. Um, Tisha and Miss Nell separately have a discussion about the incident that happened at Miss Nell's event. And they're discussing their different point of view. Now, that whole situation, I felt like Miss Nell was definitely hollering at everyone in uh what do you call it? Like not projecting, but she was trying to negate the situation. She was trying to scapegoat, put it on somebody else, avoid the discussion or whatever. And they was trying to hold her accountable because it's going around that she's talking and telling people what they need to do and what they better do and all this stuff. And so everybody's sitting there like, well, if I need to, then why did you feel the need to tell me your business? Because if you didn't want it to be told, then why did you say it in front of everybody? But now you want to change the story and say that's not true. Because it was like everybody was there at the table except um I can't remember that lady name. The one that was dating her son. I can't remember her name right now. Destiny. Except Destiny. And so when she talked to Destiny, well, when they talked to Destiny, they told Destiny what happened. And so Destiny confronted Miss Nell, and Miss Nell denied it. They lied. Miss Nell and her son denied it. So somebody lying, right? But they trying, when I say they, Miss Nell and her clique is trying to make it, Lance, that's his name. They trying to make it seem like everybody else is lying, but they haven't, and they keep replaying Miss Nell saying that they left LA uh, because they had to go back into the baby. So who's lying is Miss Nell. But she had the audacity to be yelling at people and being disrespectful to these grown Grown women. They not even your kids' age. They older than your kids. Okay? They not even your peers though like that. So uh I want to call her Mimi. Uh oh Lord. What's this lady name? I can't remember this lady name. I want to say Tammy. Uh I can see her face, but I cannot remember her name. But Maurice's girl, Kimmy, that's her name. Kimmy convinces Miss Nell to go outside, and they end up getting into an argument because Miss Nell is yelling at everybody. Matter of fact, she says, "I'm not even talking to Destiny. I'm talking to Tweedledum and Tweedledoo." Okay. No, she didn't say that. She's like, Scott 1 and Scott 2. And it's just like, well, they're not the ones that's not the only ones that said it, you know. They were there to witness it, but you're the one that came out your mouth and said these things, and you're mad at them for repeating it to Destiny. That's really what it is. And instead of, and you saying y'all not gonna sit up there and gang up on me. Who's ganging up on you, ma'am? We're just holding you accountable. We're not gonna allow you to sit up here and try to talk your way out this BS. That's what it is. Don't start hollering and screaming like a toddler. Just take accountability and be like, that is what it is. Why do you feel the need to have to lie to Destiny? That's the question. Why do you need to lie to this? Is it, do you feel like you're protecting Lance? It's really not protection because it's on camera. We saw it on camera. She's gonna see it. But anyways, let's just move on. Let's move on. So Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny take a trip to I don't remember what, Colorado or something. I don't remember. But they take a trip to go see Tisha's mama. Uh and I was glad to see her. I can't remember her name. Look, I'm sick, guys. I can't remember anybody's name. Um when you come in, please like, okay, comment. I can see you. Okay. Um but I can't Miss I want to say Miss Pat, but I forgot her name. It'll come back to me. But anyways, so Tisha started talking about the incident on the bus, and then she repeats it. You know, she get that liquid courage. She repeats it again in front of her mama and say, "I think you need to go talk to Miss Nell because she's not even in my age group. I can't talk to her like that because that's disrespectful. You raised me better than that, but I think you need to check her, right?" And so and so she go ahead, she like, "Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and check her. When you need me to come out there? I got you." Cause she got the game twisted. But she also feel like Miss Nail, Chris is telling the truth about the husband. She like, so you don't think that he, you know, the French whore is talking, is telling the truth about Maurice and Marceau? I think she is. I think she is. So it's like kind of back and forth. You want to protect the family, but you also are willing to go against the family. It's kind of contradicting it. It's canceling itself out. But I appreciate her still being supportive of her family, right? And so and so Destiny and Kimmy is like, you need to stop talking to your mama about this. This is unacceptable. You're starting problems, and it makes me think that going back when Melanie was on the show, that she used to do the same thing. I think she used to use her mom as a pit bull with Melanie, because this is not new behavior. Where is the mom really getting this information? Because she ain't seen nothing. She ain't heard nothing about this whole confrontation between Miss Nail on the blogs or nothing like that. She get it from the horse's mouth, her daughter. So it tells me that when they get into arguments like that, that Tisha, and I love Tisha and Maurice, okay? Don't get me twisted. I love Tisha and Maurice. But to use your mama as a pit bull, and you know your mama got a sword of a tongue is diabolical. Okay, and I don't think that the episode was really giving that much anyway, so I'm moving on. Um, Southern Charm, Southern Charm, Charleston, right? I really don't even remember what happened. It was so long ago. It was last week. Hold on, let me think. I did so much stuff. Um, Hell, did I even watch the episode? Oh, they had like a little get together. I think that's the last one I watched. They had like a little get together at a baby shower for um all these goddamn names. Child for Madison and at Miss P house. And I guess there's some tension between Vanita and that boy's name is escaping me. And it just came and left. Craig. So there's some issue between them that I was beknownst to. Um, um, but Vanita's gonna hold on the fact that she's not going around kissing nobody's behind. If he wants to talk to her, he can come talk to her. But clearly, he got that white man energy, and Imma just be real with you. He been having that white man energy. I never really liked the energy that he gave off when he interacted with Vanita. He always gave like he's above her, and so Vanita was like, I'm already established on the show. I don't need to kiss his behind. He can go to hell for all I care. So he he wouldn't speak to her. He said he don't even really want to be around her or whatever. I don't know what the issue really is. It's not making sense to me, but who cares? It's really not. I'm mad that JT's not back on the show. That's what I'm really mad about. If you want to be technical, like it was given JT or Vanita, and then Vanita, and then JT was really trying to give us the scoop on, he was playing both sides really, and that's what Vanita was saying. So was it really anything else? Was it really anything else? I don't remember besides that. I don't I probably have to rewatch it, but that's all I remember is that highlight is that they had issues. I'm really trying to go through it and see. Oh, you know that trombone girl, like she needs to cool it. She trying to throw that cat around everywhere. I think she didn't slept with one, I think only Chef, as far as I know, but if it probably was more than Chef. If I recall, like she just sleeping around with people. She flirting with this dude who looks very flamboyant. Okay, he don't look like he really into women like that, but but he looking like he trying to get to her house and flirting with her. But then he started flirting with Sally. It was weird. It was weird. So he just trying to get in where he fit in, and that's how they do. And so I feel like we need to play the game too. Okay, but I was very disappointed in her. And then she had somewhere to go, but she decided to stay and flirt with this dude after the fact. She started getting like really messy drunk, crying. I just girl, if you don't go home, somebody call her a cab. Okay, she was getting on my nerves. Okay, she needs to get some help. She needs some serious therapy. Okay. Um, I can't really think of anything else that happened on the show. Okay, well, if I can't think of anything else, let me see. What else is there? Uh, who else is there? I know it's Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, so Real Housewives of Potomac. Oh, and Married to Medicine. Okay. So Real Housewives of Potomac. Look, I'm sick and tired of them bullying on Stacy. Okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. They ain't brought no proof of this whole situation with TJ. We don't even know where they at with this whole lawsuit, quote unquote lawsuit against Stacy. Okay. I will I will say that her relationship with her husband, ex-husband, is kind of given storyline to stay on the show or whatever. And if they have that agreement, so what? Shoot, how come y'all accepted when Giselle did it with Jamal Bryant, but it's not acceptable for anybody else to do it? That's that what did Chris Rock call it? Selective outrage bullshit that I don't like. Oh, excuse my language. But but it just pisses me off. Stacy is just trying to give people a show, whether to stay on the show, right? But we haven't had any evidence regarding this whole um TJ matter. We ain't seen no. He talking about something. I got receipts. I got receipts. Where y'all seeing receipts? Please put in the comments. Please tell me where y'all seeing the receipts at of her paying him money for being on the show. How much money did she quote unquote borrow or whatever? She's claiming borrow. He's claiming paid her. Please put in the comments where is it where he posted he paid her this amount of money. It came from her to him. I'm waiting on that. The other thing is, where is the lawsuit at now? It don't take that long. Where is the complaint at? Where is the information at? I haven't seen anything. And what will he be suing her for? Unpaid wages? She don't have a business that he worked for her, you know? What would he be suing her for? So none of that information that they put out about Stacy has developed to me. They haven't concluded anything. Like the situation with Karen, at least they had like witnesses, recordings, different types of evidence to corroborate their position of Karen is guilty. You get what I'm saying? They just throwing out anything at this point to talk about Stacy. Now the new thing is two things. Stacy's relationship with her husband is not real. So what, nigga? The relationship with Giselle and Brian was not real. We don't care. But what is it? She's dating Chris. If she dated Chris, so what? He wasn't married anymore. She's going back telling Chris the discussion they're having in the girls group. Giselle talking about she's not a girl's girl. She don't owe Monique a goddamn thing. She just met Monique. She don't have to keep Monique's secrets because she don't know her. She ain't developed a relationship with her. If she chooses to, she has every right to because she's more established with Chris than her. But even then, after Chris said she didn't do it, and then she showed text messages of him asserting to her that he's heard from somebody else that his name is being brought up in the group, they still wouldn't take the information. It's like, what do you need? Blood for her to prove that she's telling the truth? They're constantly calling her a liar when she hasn't really lied. I feel like Stacy, and this is just me putting my foot in my mouth right now. When they said, did you date Chris? She said, I hung out with him. Hanging out and dating are two different things. I'm going to need people to get a dictionary. Okay. If she's saying they didn't date, which is totally different than hanging out as friends, I'm gonna need people to get a dictionary. It may be, it may be like what's the word? Like moving around a lot. Oh, you know? Yeah. indirectly lying. But even then, so what? That's her business. If she wanted to, he ain't married. Then they talk about some, oh yeah, she was flirting with my friend and and she was so into it when he went to the bathroom, somebody else told her, you know, he married, right? And she said, that ain't got nothing to do with what that got to do with me. And I agree though, because the person that's married, you need to check that person, not me. I'm not married. He is. So tell him, hey, bruh, you doing a little bit too much. You're a married man. That it's just kind of odd to me. They want Stacey to be a villain so goddamn bad, and they're failing. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up that case with TJ and Stacey. I'm gonna look it up, and then I'm gonna also. I don't think it's anything else. What is it? I don't even care about that whole thing with Chris. For real, for real. And this whole they try to, oh well, she lying. She gonna get caught in a lie. I thought you said you don't know him. She know him enough to have his number. And it's just like, girl, why is y'all trying so hard? I do agree with Stacey though. These girls don't like you. And these girls do not like you, and they trying every which way to make viewers hate you. It's crazy. They trying to get people not to like you because they don't like you. I'm telling you, Giselle brings nothing to the show but start drama. If that's what y'all need, come on now. That's no substance. And then the fact that Kay is trying to be a victim, talking about some, you know, Stacey. It seemed like that Detroit comes out when she addresses me. No, girl, you literally put her out in front of Monique when Monique barely walked through the door. Talking about, do you know Stacey? Stacey was dating your husband. You starting shit. You starting stuff. Stacey didn't do nothing to you. You constantly bringing Stacey up in your mouth. Y'all go on a boat trip. You addressing Stacey. Stacey don't even be thinking about you. She don't say no slick remarks until you say something to Stacey, is what I be viewing. Okay? And Stacey didn't have enough of you, so she had to get you together and say, you ain't even got no husband. You wish you had a husband, but you ain't got one. Even your mama, like, girl, why is you worried about a condo instead of a ring, girl? He can put you out that condo if he want to. Cause that ain't your place. You ain't got no ring. Even your mama's telling you that a ring is more important than a goddamn condo. But you coming after Stacey, girl. Get a life. Get something to do. Go play with Greg or something, girl. You getting on my nerves. Ooh, I was gonna say something, but I ain't even gonna go for you like that. I ain't gonna go for your juggler like that because you might start crying again. Let me hush up and move on. Let me move on before I get in trouble. Girl, I don't know what you're gonna do, Stacey, but you better not get off the show. I support Stacey until it comes out that Stacey paid that man and that she just been lying this entire time. Unless y'all got some concrete evidence, I'm supporting Stacey. Okay. Moving on. Married to medicine. Oh, I gotta take some medicine. Married to medicine. Child, they didn't came back with some BS. Simone and what's that lady name? Quad in the same damn place. They still bickering about nothing. Now I will say they was about to squabble up in that goddamn that green room. They was about to squabble up. Okay. They was about to get down, but I was like, uh Simone don't know how to fight. Okay. She will cuss you out, but she don't know how to fight. She ain't trying to fight. She always that's what she said on the I'm not trying to fight. Okay. And I just felt like, look, leave each other alone. You ain't got I like how they they are cordial with each other. They can exist in the same room, chit chat, kiki or whatever. And she was, blowing the fan on her. That's cool. That's all y'all need. But why are you gonna sit up there and talk about something? Would you attend a birthday party after receiving an invitation 2 hours before the party? Okay, we all know that nobody would do that. That just tells you where you are in the relationship, and it's your choice whether you want to attend or not. I'm Team Simone. Okay, I'm Team Simone here. But at the same time, I'll call it like I see it. That was some bullshit. And the psychologist, I'm gonna say this. Last season, she was real stiff and professional, and we didn't need that. This season, she trying to let down her hair a little bit. She said, y'all can take that shit in the parking lot. Y'all ain't gonna start that shit here. First of all, your party is tacky. It ain't even really classy like that, the way you trying to make it seem. You feel me? It's all right, but it wasn't all that bougie and everything. You had no animals. Like, what is it called? A derby? What? A derby with no animal? With no horses? It's crazy. So they could have been the entertainment, but that's just my opinion. You feel me? The fact that you sat up there and brought that up, and then my issue is Quad is always trying to be the victim. Oh, you brought up my finance, talk about my mortgage and all this stuff, but girl, you forgot that you said something about her. I do agree with Simone. You gonna say something about me, I'm gonna say something about you. You just ain't gonna like it. You just ain't gonna like it. Oh well. And go ahead and be mad. You could be mad. You'll get over it though. Now, what I was irritated about was Toya constantly talking. She was a mess. She was drinking. Okay. She was drinking a little bit too much. I'm like, so when y'all gonna fix it? Mind your business. Oh, and Toya is talking about some not Eugene. What's that lady name? Miss Jackie's husband name. I forgot his name. Not Cecil. Child, I didn't forgot that man name. But Miss Jackie's husband, Toya said he be touching on all the women's. Okay, not all the women, but he did touched on multiple women. And they start showing different. Now look, multiple means more than one. It wasn't just a one incident situation. It was several incidents. Several meaning more than one. It showed Toya. He grabbed her and he put his hands around Heavenly's waist as well. Now, I don't understand how Jackie is mad at Toya for her husband, where they kept showing it, pulling her into his lap, and she's like really stiff because she don't even know what the fuck to do. She don't, excuse me, I keep cuss. She don't know what to do. She don't know whether to hit him, cuss him out, get up. She just uncomfortable. You can see it. And both of her hands is in front of her with something in it. And so I don't understand how Jackie is mad at Toya for that. It just not making sense to me. Then we also find out that Heavenly's son was arrested. I don't know if it's the one that was going to medicine school or the one that was in real estate. I don't know if they're the same, but one of her sons got arrested. I don't know if it was for DUI. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention like that. But either way, I was like, Heavenly, are you trying to run? When y'all found out that Heavenly was running for office, when y'all found out she was running for what was it? Senate, mayor, governor? What's she running for? When y'all found out Heavenly was running for something, did y'all think, what did y'all think? Please tell me what y'all thought when Heavenly was start running for something. I think she's still running. I'm not sure. But I was like, I put in her comments, I said, I know you lying. You be cussing out everybody on the show. I know you don't think you about to sit up here and win any any votes elections or anything like that, and you be out here acting a fool. Who gonna let you run something? I guess. And I love Heavenly. Don't get me wrong. I think she's hilarious, very entertaining. But I don't think Heavenly. I can't see Heavenly in a representative position. I just don't. She gonna talk about people mama if they don't vote her way. Okay, think about that. Think about when Heavenly be sitting up there doing the couples trips. Her section, right? Her parts. She always got something going on, starting drama and stuff. That's gonna be your representative. Nah, I'm good. Okay, when they show you who they are, believe them. Okay, honey. I love Heavenly, but she needs to stay where she belongs. They said that they not allowed to run for office and stuff while they on the show. I said, child, why not? And it just shows where y'all at. That just shows you that the show, these networks, they want y'all asses to be some tap dancing, entertaining. I'm trying to be nice. On the show. Okay. They want y'all to be entertaining on their show only. They keeping y'all as slaves to their shows. I'm sorry to say it like that, but that is what it is. You guys are slaves to their shows. Y'all can't venture out to other shows and stuff like that. You got to actually lead a show to venture out. That's slavery. But anyways, I don't think there's anything else. I don't think it's anything else from the real. I mean, Married to Medicine. I'm glad King is still around. I'm glad Quad is happy. You know, she doing her thing. Uh, Toya need to hush. Um, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna like that psychiatrist. I'm not gonna like her. I can tell. I like Angel, not Angel. I like the the new girl, the nurse. She's cute. Um, and the fact that Jackie asked her if she had a large thyroid, that is crazy. I said, "Did you ask her if she fat because she had a large thyroid?" She said, "I just can't stop looking at your neck." What? Jackie is crazy. I'm surprised nobody had cussed her out yet like that, except Dr. G's wife. Okay, she cussed her out. She said, "Bitch." I'm mad I can't play my stuff. I'm mad I can't play my stuff. She said, "Bitch, fuck you." Hold on. Can I? I'm gonna try to. Nah, I can't play it. Damn. But anyways, all right. That's all I got. I don't know what else to say. And I don't know if it was any other shows that I missed. If I did, my bad. Um, I'm really not feeling good. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me your comments about your viewpoint on the show. What y'all thought about it? Am I right? Am I right? Okay. Let me tell you, Tamar on some BS. Okay. Toya on some BS. Quad on some BS. Uh Miss Nell on some BS. Who else is it? Giselle on some BS. Uh 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 Ashley is always on the BS. Okay, Kay on the BS. Um who else? That that saxophone lady is on some BS on Southern Charm. Her crazy butt is on some BS. Y'all give me your opinion though, all right? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.